Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for My Hero Academia, aka Boku no Hero Academia, Season 3, Episode 11, aka Episode 49, titled One for All. And from a manga reader's point of view, last week's episode of Boku no Hero Academia was extremely underwhelming. And to be honest, I thought I was going to be in the minority opinion of this, and it turns out I wasn't, so that makes me really, really happy. Anyway, going into this live reaction, what I'm hoping for is that we're gonna have a Black Clover incident going on, where the first part of the Yami and Lit fight was meh, especially on the animation, but the second part of it was just gorgeous! Oh my god! And that's what I'm hoping is going to happen here. Anyway, where we're going to be starting off with this week's adaptation of Boku no Hero Academia is going, or aka My Hero Academia, is going to be with the start of chapter 93 of the manga. And I gotta tell you, this was a great idea, great choice of placement, because where we left off last week was basically the introduction of the last person who had All for One. So let's get to this week's episode. So we jump from the bottom of page 1 of chapter 93 to the bottom of page 8 of chapter 93, and I don't mind that they changed it to from Gran Torino to back to All Might instead, because the episode flows really, really nicely this way. And also, otherwise it just wouldn't have made complete sense to change it this way, but whatever. Okay, so right after the opening song and the title card, where we're starting after that is going to be with the start of chapter 92's adaptation of the manga. And I gotta tell you right now, Todoroki's animation looks so bad. I can't stand it in the face. It looks so bad. God damn it. I love you, Bakugo. Oh my god. Bakugo is just like the best goddamn character. Oh, besides Knuckle Duster, Bakugo is the best goddamn character in this series. No! I wanted that badass close-up of All Might's face when it's a half transformation between Toshi and All Might. Oh, it's not fair! Oh god! Studio Bones, why? It's not fair! That would have been the cool transition too! It's just... Oh! I like that we had Nana's, the flashback to Nana, where she says, be proud, Toshi, and shit like that. Totally fine with that. Having that before, All Might says, don't you dare speak my master's name. And that close-up of the profile looked really, really nice. But God, the straight on, I really wanted the close-up of the face straight on, because it looks so badass in the manga. Gran Torino saving All Might was cool, but I just still feel, so far, I still feel underwhelmed. I do. Even though the flashback scenes with Nana are beautiful, and I love Nana's voice actress. She's really good. I just feel underwhelmed at the battle scenes. It's not. As I said at the start of the video, I was hoping it was going to be like we were gonna get like something badass and cool, like with right away, like with Yami versus Lit, like part 2 in the Black Clover anime. But so far we're not, and this sucks. I'm so disappointed right now. Where's the wheezing? Wow! It sounds more like he's tired. Yes, it sounds more like All Might's tired. Yes, but All Might's supposed to be wheezing. Wow! It's right here in the manga. He's supposed to be like a wheeze. That does not sound like a wheeze. Oh, I love that backdrop for when we're getting from the principal when he says his line, and the soundtrack here with the strings. Whoa, it's nice. But like, I gotta say this right now, and I just realized this, is that I kind of wish we had like something a little bit more dramatic with the soundtrack, a little bit more badass and dramatic with the soundtrack when we had All Might like a little bit earlier. Because yeah, like, you don't have to have music for everything, but the silence just, I don't know, it just kind of, maybe it's just me, but it kind of bothers me. It's weird. Like, it feels like that scene in particular, like with the majority of fight scenes, in anime, to me anyway, it feels like it needs music. And it's just so disappointing because with the Lit versus Yami content we got in Black Clover, I'm sorry, I have to point it out. I have to compare this to Black Clover. I know it's weird. I'm comparing My Hero Academia to Black Clover anime. But god damn it, I got to. Especially since we had that past Yami versus Lit a couple weeks ago. It's just, like, when you saw that Yami versus Lit fight going on, and I'm talking about the good episode, I'm not talking about the bad animated episode, talk about the good animated episode. Or fuck, you could even talk about the other one too. Like, we have this kick-ass soundtrack going on, we got this metal, we got this hard rock soundtrack going on, and it's just like, I feel like that's needed here, and it's just so freaking disappointing that we're not getting anything like badass and awesome here. Oh no, this is what I'm talking about. I love that how when we're seeing everyone's reaction to All Might getting beat up, and we're seeing the global, we're seeing the world, and this is round Earth. Flat Earthers, you're getting denied right now. The Earth is round. Suck it. Suck it, Flat Earthers. It looks so beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. I want more like shit like this, Studio Bones. I know you can do this, and this is why I'm being so hard on you, Studio Bones. Because it's so, you can do beautiful things and creative things like this, and we don't get it all the time, and it just frustrates me. Is it just me, or is the line work on All For One's face, or his head, lacking? It looks so weird. There's not enough detail in the head. It doesn't look right. Because I'm looking at the manga, and there's so much detail, like where, All For One's face should be. And it's just not there. Like, even in the mask, too, there's not enough detail, especially, like, in the piping. Like, the piping is supposed to look more dented and bent, and it doesn't look that way in a lot of the pipes. And it's just really frustrating. And like oh my god, and even the bolts, oh god, Studio Bones, why are you pulling a Hakume to Mikochi right now? Because Hakume to Mikochi, it did the same thing, and the anime did the same thing, where there was just a lack of detail on, especially the clothing. And that's what I'm seeing here. And it's just really terrible. I just don't get it. And like the shit, like on what I would have loved to see, especially like right here, like where his, like this, on the piece of the mask, like right here, I would have loved to seen it glowing. It would have looked so cool, kind of like how I don't know if I would say kind of like Bondrewd and Made in Abyss, but I kind of would like. I just wanted it to. It would have looked so cool if it was glowing. I feel like it should be, especially against the backdrop. But God, All For One, dude, All for One looks really bad. I'm not feeling this animation here. Now we're getting some badass soundtrack going on here. Thank you. I love Deku's reaction. I love how it's animated. And this is like the 6-minute 50-second mark. This is nice stuff, Studio Bones. This is what I'm talking about. Love that we got the flashback. That was good. God, I can't get over how bad All for One's animation is. It needs line work, so the line work is just lacking. Finally, you have got me, Studio Bones. Yes, when Toshio is like when he says my body may wither away, you might expose me to the world, but my spirit is what makes me the symbol of peace. You haven't stalled away one bit of that. Yes, this is what I wanted animated. This is how I wanted animated. It looks fucking good, Studio Bones. We need more. This is the badassery I was hoping for, Studio Bones. Jesus, oh my God, this is like when, I swear to God, this is probably the last time I'll mention All for One's animation. But God, it is just reminding me of when, the first part of the Yami versus Lit fight, when Lit just did not, look like Lit. This is what it's making me think. I'm sorry, it really is just reminding Studio Bones what you did. You pulled a Studio Peria. It just does not look like, I can't say this looks like All for One. But anyway, let's keep going here. Oh, there's the reveal that Shigaraki is Nana's grandson. Oh, yeah. The opera! The opera music! Yes! Oh, like the initial reaction for finding out that Shigaraki was Nana's grandson just was like, I was like, okay, this is not what I expected. I kind of wanted like an over-the-top kind of thing with the animation, a la March Comes In Like a Lion. But okay, and then we started getting there, and then we got there with the soundtrack. Finally, you got me! Oh my God, this was fantastic, this scene, this reaction. This is beautiful, but you got the animation, the quality, the art quality matching the soundtrack. This is what I was looking for and more. Like, I kind of wish the start of the fight was as beautiful as this is right now, and I wish All for One's animation was a little bit better. But god damn, this reaction is just, woo, it's so good. Yes, I love it when Bakugo and Deku are like, you can win all night the animation for this. And I did see a still of this, and I was like, ooh, okay, this could be good. But god, I just, oh, this opera music is just so beautiful. And I think I am understanding what you're doing, Studio Bones, is every time we're gonna hear this opera soundtrack is when we're gonna get art, is when we're gonna get true art with this animation. That's what I'm telling you. I'm getting convinced that every time the opera soundtrack kicks in, that is when we're gonna get art. Every time. Because I've noticed this the past couple of times we've had the opera track. Tell me I'm wrong! I want to know if you guys think I'm wrong! The animation for the That's Why I Can't Lose! Oh, that's so beautiful! Oh my god! You know what the best part of this episode is right now? That the true art of this episode is not the last 10 minutes! Or like the last 5 minutes! I fucking love it, Studio Bones! We're getting somewhere! We are getting somewhere this week! Okay, so at the 10-minute, 28-second mark, we're at the start of chapter 93, and I'm getting really hyped because it looks, we're getting some artsy stuff. We're getting some artsy stuff. And I know it's like the manga right now because the manga has the artsy fartsy stuff going on too. But God, just seeing it animated is getting me really excited. And I don't know if I'm the only manga reader that is feeling this way, but God damn it, I'm so excited. Notice we have like an opera or I should say opera / choral track going on here too. I'm telling you, every time we have like an opera or a choral, like a choral / a choral, you know what I mean by a choir track going on here is what we're gonna get art from Studio Bones. I'm very much convinced by this. And now we're getting the badass soundtrack with the guitar! Yes! Oh my God! Studio Bones! You wanted to prove that you could pull a Studio Period this week. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying pull a Studio Period. What the fuck is this world coming to? But man, they're pulling a Studio Period this week. Minus All for One's animation. They're pulling a Studio Period this week. Endeavor! Yeah! But... damn it! The lack of line work and the fire for Endeavor is just killing me! It's really making me think of Studio Period! It's making me think of what Studio Period did with the fire for Fudge Leon's attacks. It's just, oh my God. I can't believe I'm comparing My Hero Academia to Black Clover this week. But God damn it, I have to. Man, Todoroki looks so much like Endeavor. It's scary. It really is. You have to admit it. Compared to like the rest of the kids in the Todoroki family, Shoto looks so much like Endeavor. It is not even funny. Again, with the choir track, we get art. I'm telling you, the more we get like the opera and the choir music, the more it's just gonna tell us we're gonna get high quality animation. Tell me I am wrong! Prove me wrong! Nerdigans, I want to know that I'm wrong! Please, tell me how I am wrong! Oh, we still got the flashback with Gran Torino and... Damn, Gran Torino is tall! When he was younger, but I'm glad we still, even though we had the dialogue from, at the very beginning from Gran Torino, from this portion of the chapter, I'm glad we still got this flashback. This made me very happy. Good job on you, Studio Bones. But God damn it, I swear to God, we're gonna get all the high art from when we get opera climax. Oh my God, the choir combination and the arm looks so great! Again, it's the opera and the choir! Oh my God, it's the choir track! But All for One's face it's just killing me! What is All for One's face? This is the best episode of this fucking season! Oh my God, I just don't get it! What the fuck, Studio Bones? You are killing me with this shit! Endeavor did have a moment of beautiful animation, not gonna lie. But, it's just fucking killing me! Oh, the 15-minute, 29-second mark when we have the red! And Izuku is highlighted. In the not highlighted, spotlighted. Beautiful! Can we get the rest of this season like this, please? It's so beautiful! Minus the beginning of this episode and All for One's animation in the face and Endeavor's animation, like the lack of line work and Endeavor's fire. Like this episode has just been fucking beautiful. Impact recoil! Oh my God! But All Might is protecting the embers when we're getting this analogy. Like the whole time we're getting this, every scene when we're getting the analogy about the embers, it is just goddamn beautiful, this animation. And again, like the rest of the fucking season. Seriously. About the 17-minute, 14-second mark, we are at chapter 94's adaptation of the manga, and oh my god, this episode is blowing me the fuck away. And I will say this right now, Studio Bones is definitely pulling a Studio Pierrot in the right way, where the first part of last week, which was the first part of the All for One versus All Might fight, was meh. And this week's episode, the second part of the All for One versus All Might fight is just gorgeous. Oh my god. This animation is just blowing me away this week. Studio Bones, like, where have you been? And the best part about it is, like, it's through the majority of this episode that we're getting this art. And I gotta tell you, as I said just a minute ago, if we need to have an opera and a choral soundtrack, like, for the rest of the goddamn season, to get this beautiful animation and to get some beautiful animation and innovation from you guys, Studio Bones, I am down for this shit. Do it! Please! But anyway, let's get to chapter 94's adaptation of the manga. Oh my god, when Nana's explaining about the power that has been trusted to the next generation by many people, oh my god, it's so beautiful! I'm gonna cry! The United States of Smash! Oh my god! The United States of Smash! Oh my god, that was so beautiful! Where the fuck have you been, Studio Bones? Where have you been? Oh my god, after All Might says, farewell all for, one for all, and the flame burns out. Oh my god, it's so cool! Oh my god, this is so beautiful! The lighting when All Might is pointing and he says to Izuku, now it's your turn. Oh my god. So beautiful! This has got to be the best episode this season! We've got 2 best episodes of their seasons. Black Clover had the best episode of its season, not this past week. It was the week before. That's right. The week before, Black Clover had the best episode of its season, and My Hero Academia is having the best episode of its season this week. Oh my god. This was a perfect spot to end. And the soundtrack from when Midoriya's crying is just... But I've got to say this about this episode overall. This is the best episode of this goddamn season. I am not going to lie. I'm just so impressed with what Studio Bones did. And now you get to understand why I'm so hard on Studio Bones and why I give harsh critiques on My Hero Academia, because I know we can get quality animation out of this, out of Studio Bones. The main problem I had with this episode again was All for One's animation in the face. I just did not like, there wasn't enough line work, and I just don't know what it is with Endeavor's fire and line work that Studio Bones just doesn't like. I just don't get it, but those are my main issues with this episode. But god damn it, like the majority of this episode that had opera and choir music, man, that's when the animation was at its finest. Anyway, Studio Bones, you gotta keep this shit up. Studio Pierrot has actually been doing after the video not from this past week, but the episode from this past week, but the week before, after that episode, Studio Pierrot has been, keeping it up. So you guys have no excuse now, Studio Bones. You got to keep it up too. Anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think of this episode? To me, this was the best episode of the season. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section or in the Nerdigans Inc. Discord server. The link to that's in the description box below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, or purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and friend me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!